Hi, good morning. This is Ken with Dixon Team OC. I wanted to talk to you a little bit this morning about pricing your home, or as buyers like to ask me, what's a deal? There's been a lot of conversation lately and a lot of concern and a lot of angst about how to properly price a home, or how much should I really be writing when I'm writing an offer. I think most of the buyers that are first entering the market are under the misconception. They see the news, they see the media talking about all these foreclosures, and they just expect that they're going to get a deal. So that raises the question, what is a deal? And that's a great question. So what I want to talk to you about is when you're pricing the home as a seller, or when you're trying to figure out how much to write, there's a lot more to be concerned about than just what is a deal. The question starts with how much inventory is on the market. You see all these short sales and all the REOs, yet what people don't realize is those are selling immediately. I saw something recently that said that we were down to a 2-week inventory, meaning that if nobody listed another home for REOs and short sales, within 2 weeks, all those homes are going to be gone. So when there's not a very large supply of inventory, that means that there's not a lot of really good houses on the market. So you, the buyer, are actually competing with a bunch of other buyers, which right now there's a lot of, for a very small pool. What happens when there's low demand or low supply and large demand? You get prices going up. So it's not necessarily whether or not you're writing under list price that's important. The real question is, are you getting the best value for the home? So you have to worry about inventory. How many offers are being written? If there's a property that's been on the market for 2 days, it's not uncommon for there to be 5 to 10 offers. And if you're a buyer who's been in the market for at least a month writing offers, you may have already written 6 or 7 or 8 offers with no success. Again, that's because there's low inventory. Asking price. Really, at this point, folks, I don't think asking price matters. There's really only 3 things that are going to happen when you put your home on the market. You're not going to get any offers at all, so 0. Or you might get 1 offer. Or you're going to get a bunch of offers. If you don't get any offers at all in this market, you're overpriced. It's that simple. If you get 1 or 2 offers, then you're probably right where you need to be at the top end of what the market is willing to spend. If you get a bunch of offers, no problem. Your realtor should be trusted enough to go out and run an auction base so that he counters every single offer and just drives that price right back up to where it should be. I actually prefer that when doing short sales, because I can go to the bank and say, hey, we had 10 offers, and we went back to every one of these people, and this is the highest value I was able to get for this home. That's market driven. You have to ask questions about, are you buying a retail, a short sale, or an REO? A retail home is somebody that has equity and they just want to sell. Short sale is somebody that owes more to the bank than what they can pay or what the home is worth. An REO, that's a bank-owned home. There's a misconception that retail homes are more expensive than the short sales and the REOs. But let me ask, if there are 3 short sales and 3 bank-owned homes on the same block for sale, and then I list my house with lots of equity in it, can I list it for $100,000 more and get the same price? No. The value of my home is the value of the last 2 or 3 sales on my street, regardless of why they sold. So you have to ask yourself, the final question is the appraisal. So buyers, here's what I say to buyers. Your real competition right now is just to get your offer accepted. Get your offer submitted, get it accepted, and then you're going to have an appraisal, unless you're a cash buyer, and that's a whole different story. But you're going to get an appraisal. And most of the loans that we're seeing right now are FHA loans. FHA loan requires 3.5% down, but then there's a very specific checklist that the appraiser has to follow. And once you have that appraisal done, there's an FHA case number that's attached to the property. And we're seeing appraisals are actually coming in lower than the value of the offer. And that's a fantastic thing, because now I can go back and negotiate for the buyer and say, hey, the appraisal came in at less than the amount that your offer was accepted. And the FHA case number is attached for 90 days to that property. So it doesn't matter if I change lenders or if they kick my offer out and go with another offer. Anybody who tries to get a loan on that property over the next 90 days, this FHA case number is going to pop up and the appraisal is going to pop up. So a very specific example. On Sutton Drive in Mission Viejo, Sutton Drive in Mission Viejo about a month ago, we had a property where we had the buyers and they were accepted at $425,000, asking for 3% back. FHA appraisal came in at $400,000. So we took that back and were able to negotiate $400,000 with 3% back, because the seller, who was a bank, realized that regardless of how many offers we had, the appraisal had come in at $400,000, and that now set the limit. So a lot of questions about what is a deal. And I think a deal is a home that you want to live in at a price that you can afford, where you come to terms with the seller. Or if you're a seller, getting a buyer who can qualify with an appraisal that matches your sales price to close escrow. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, give us a shout at DixonTeamOC.com. My name's Ken, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks.